Welcome to Daily Justice Files.
Court is calling 2023 CR 4059, State of Texas versus Alvo Lafayette Tucker III. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett, Your Honor.
For the defense?
Michael DeLeon for Mr. Tucker.
And are you Mr. Tucker?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay. Are you the same Alvo Lafayette Tucker III who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 4059 for the offense of burglary of a habitation force on June 20th, 2023 for a period of 8 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. State, which allegations are you proceeding on?
On violating condition number 2 at the top, Your Honor.
Yes.
On or about the 4th day of August 2023 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Alvo Lafayette Tucker III, defendant Mayor failed to submit his best testimony as directed by the court officer, supervision officer, and or duly authorized agent of the court in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that, true or not true?
True, Your Honor.
We'll waive the remaining violated conditions.
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
No, there is not, Your Honor.
State, what are you requesting?
We're requesting adjudication and revocation.
All right. Defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, we're asking that Mr. Tucker be placed back on deferred adjudication. I'd like to place him under oath so I can ask him some questions so we can enlighten the court with what's going on in his life.
All right. Can you raise your right hand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Alvo Lafayette Tucker III.
All right. Defense?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Tucker, how are you employed right now?
I'm currently have my own lawn care service through a business partner. He has a successful roofing company.
Okay. How long you been doing that type of work?
Well, it's I've been doing this type of work for some years, but owning my own, it's still new, but it's successful as of now.
Okay. You got placed on deferred adjudication back, I think, in September of last year. Does that sound correct?
Yes, sir.
And can you tell the court what is going on that caused you to not report for the months of, I believe it was August and whatever the months we just talked about?
Yes, sir. Well, at that time, I did not have a successful lawn care service. I was doing roofing, but it was by contract only. So if I made a sale, I would get paid. It wasn't like an everyday payout.
And why didn't you report?
I had a lot of things going on, places to live, and just being ignorant, I guess. There's no other way around it.
I don't understand why not pick up the phone and call probation.
I didn't have a phone at the time. And I did reach out to Miss Smith several times. I've talked to her. I've went in, but I was never asked to submit a urine sample.
And how often did you report to probation? Roughly.
Whenever she would call, I would go in and report. I would report. I think it was just twice or something like that I missed. I'm not sure.
Okay, and if you were placed back on deferred adjudication, what assurances does the court have that you're going to be actually following the rules of probation, reporting every month, doing what you're supposed to be doing? What has changed since last year?
Financially, I'm more capable of completing the payment out, and I know it's actually really serious. It's serious. I took it for granted, and I understand now the consequences that are against me. And if placed back on probation, I'm gonna make it my first obligation to take care of that and to see it through the end.
And how long have you been incarcerated for?
4 weeks.
4 weeks. Okay. Anything else you want to tell the judge about why you should be placed back on deferred adjudication?
Well, just to see my business through that I just got going up and going. and get home to my family and complete this probation. My dad always told me, God's never gonna put anything on me that I can't handle. I think I can handle it, and I'm ready to see it through. If you're willing, that I'm gonna do that.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
State.
So what changed from September of last year to today? You
Um,
now can handle it because of you, they explained everything to you
yes,
about how to be on probation and what you got
Yes.
to do and the severity of facing 2 to 20 years. So what's the biggest difference?
well, the biggest difference is now I know I have a base income because I actually am in charge of what I can do and what to give.
So you're just saying your employment is the only difference from back in September of last year to today?
No, not just employment, just my mindset too.
Your mindset now.
Yes, sir. The severity of the situation.
So your mindset wasn't correct last December when you didn't report, or January or February or March or April and May of this year that you didn't report. But now it's changed.
Well, it was set, but it's just sometimes I forgot or didn't just call in, but
And why did you forget?
I had other things going on. Probably was like on a roof or doing something.
That was more important.
One probation violation, one life-changing decision, and a judge who isn't convinced by excuses what happens next could change this man's future forever.
Well, I can't say it's more important because this is very important. Yeah, I do understand that.
I mean, allegations are here that you also committed 2 other different crimes. You didn't plead true to that, but that's the allegations. Were you arrested for those 2 crimes?
No,
You weren't arrested for
no.
those? Okay. That they happened on January 14, 2024?
I'm thinking so. Not sure.
No further questions, John.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Judge, lastly, Mr. Tucker, you talked about with the prosecutor that you're employed now, you have the ability to be employed,
Yes,
to make money, to do what you have to do on probation.
yes,
You were only on for a couple of months before you didn't report, that type of thing.
so,
So once again, I just want to make sure you're clear with the court. What has changed that's going to allow you to be successful on your deferred? If you're placed back on deferred adjudication.
everything has changed. I'm just wanting to do the right thing and complete it out.
Anything else?
No, sir.
Okay. No further questions, John.
All right. Any other questions? All right. This is what the court is going to do. I'm going to give you a choice. Here are your choices. 1, I can revoke you and I'll sentence you to prison for 3 years. You receive credit for any time served. 2, I will continue you, but you're going to be found guilty. I'm revoking your deferred adjudication. And the revocation of your deferred adjudication is punishment because you need to understand that you're not allowed to do whatever you want to do.
Correct.
So it will be a guilty conviction either way. But I'm not going to allow you to remain on deferred.
So,
Do you wish to speak to your attorney?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
All right.
Can we step back for a moment, Judge?
Yes. Mr. Tucker, have you had a chance to confer with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And Mr. Dillion?
Judge, we want to take the option that puts him back on probation. He believes he will be successful on that and wants that opportunity. We'd ask the court to potentially put him on for probation for the next 40 years. Up to the court, of course.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. Court is finding violation of condition number 2 true. The court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 10 years in the prison. State any input as to the length of probation?
Judge, state of your recommendation.
All right. And defense, I know you're recommending 2.
4, Judge.
I'm sorry, 4.
Reasonable.
All right. Court will sentence you to 10 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 10 years. Of course, if everything is completed, then you can always come back to the court. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider with minors, He's to do the trauma assessment. I see that was what was recommended. That's to be done in custody. Transfer to Victoria County.
Is that correct? Or you live in Bear County?
I'm gonna live in Bear County.
All right.
I live here.
All right, then no transfer to Victoria County. There's to be no contact with the complainant.
Yes, ma'am. Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry, State, you may be excused. Thank you. There's to be field visits one time per month for 3 months. And that'll be after release from GPS. And GPS, that will be partial for employment. And that will be through work release. And I'll ask that fees are waived. So on GPS, you're only allowed to work and report to your probation officer. That is it.
Yes, ma'am.
You're not allowed to go to the grocery store. You're going to have to do Uber Eats or whatever else, or have somebody else do it for you. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Probation. Is there anything else?
How long is the GPS, Judge?
We're going to do GPS for 90 days. And then after, yes.
We be asking for a no contact order with Target and revoke.
All right. There's to be no contact with Target. Do you say Target in Live Oak or the Target in Live Oak?
Target and revoke.
All right. What we're going to do is you're just not able to go to Target.
Right. I can't go anywhere, remember?
Or as people say, Target.
Yes.
So there's to be no contact with Target. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right. And then there will be GPS for the 90 days. And then probation. After those 90 days are up, then you can start the home visits if you choose. All right. Is there anything else? All right. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? You have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were in deferred adjudication. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, we can go off the record. I don't do zero tolerance. Either you're going to do right or you're not.
I understand.
Do not come back here. If you come back here, you're looking at a maximum of 10 years in the prison. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You better make sure that you report when you're supposed to report. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
I like you a lot, but I'm not gonna see you again in here.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, court is calling 2023 CR 10004 State versus Tyler Ashbaugh. Can our parties announce for the record for the state? Defense.
Nathaniel Navy for Mr. Ashbaugh.
And are you Mr. Ashbaugh?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, defense has filed a motion to amend conditions of bond. State, have you had a chance to review that?
I spoke with defense counsel about it.
All right, state, do you have any objections? All right, defense, you may proceed.
Yes, Judge. So essentially, we would just be asking for two things. Number one is to amend Mr. Ashbaugh's current conditions from GPS full house arrest to GPS partial to allow him to work. And just a little bit of background behind that, Judge. We understand that the allegation is serious. However, Mr. Ashbaugh has been on GPS full house arrest for 2 years at this point. The case was pending on intake for quite a while. He has had no recorded violations of his GPS monitoring device. With Mr. Ashbaugh being on full GPS house arrest, he's had to live with his father to help support him. His father is older, in his 70s. He lives there with his wife and their daughter as well. This has placed not only a immense financial burden on Tyler and his wife, as they've had to move in with his father because Tyler can't work, but also on Tyler's father, who is now in his 70s, having to work extra and stress more about their finances. Tyler would like to have the ability to set up an interview and hopefully get hired somewhere and work to help contribute for his family, his children, his legal expenses, just to ease the burden not only on himself, but on his family as well, Judge. And as I've come in front of you before on another time on this case, I said, any little allowance you've given Tyler to do something, he's never abused the court's trust in this case since it's been pending on bond. And I think that will continue. He obviously takes this case very seriously. He takes his pretrial conditions of bond very seriously. as our evidence that he has had no violation since he's been on this monitor. The second thing that we would be asking for is the ability to go to, I forget the name of the hospital, what was that? Stone Oak Methodist Hospital, when his wife is due. She's due at the end of this month, but from talking to them, it may be sooner.
As the hearing unfolds, every answer is being carefully weighed. The judge isn't just listening, she's deciding whether this defendant truly deserves another chance.
Obviously, and I maybe seek the court's guidance as well with how to word this on GPS if you were to consider it and grant it, Judge. But for a one-time, and I don't know if it's to say tracking or one-time ability to go to the hospital, because it's going to be hard to schedule this. I think, just knowing from my experience, if I tried to schedule it, I think he would miss it. Or if he tried to schedule it, I think he would probably miss the birth. So just a one-time ability to go to this hospital, stay there until she's discharged, and then come home whenever that is. Obviously, pretrial services would have the address of the hospital ahead of time. He could even give them notice as he's about to go. But I think if he had to try to get permission and schedule it, he may miss it. But maybe if there was some way to say, it's either a one-time tracking ability where he's approved to go to this hospital at an unscheduled time for the birth and come home, go nowhere else but the hospital. That's what I would be seeking as well, Judge. And I know you've asked this before, so I've talked to him and his wife. They have had one other kid together. She said he was helpful. He didn't pass out. He wasn't just somebody who was actually a burden on her, but he did help. So she would like him there, Judge, if it's possible.
All right, so let's start with first. State, do you have any objections to him being allowed to attend the birth of his child at Stone Oak Methodist Hospital and to remain until discharge of wife and child?
No, Judge, just as long as it's pretrial and abides by the GPS.
All right, so that will be granted. Now, the next thing, with a request for him to be able to work while on GPS.
Judge, at this time, due to the allegations against the defendant, we were opposed to any other type of GPS other than full house arrest. Yeah.
Okay, all right. This is what the court is. The court will allow him to have employment. I don't know the nature of the alleged facts of the offense other than what I see that he's been charged with. So you will be allowed to, once you're employed, to work. But I know now that a lot of employment, the way you get interviews is online. Am I correct in that assumption?
Yes, Your Honor.
All
yes. Right. I think the one that he's attempting to interview with, they do want you to come in person, right? It's with Kia Worldcar Mazda for a phone representative. They basically said, come in 9.
So here's the thing. If he is going to be working at a car dealership, I'm not going to allow him to be working at a dealership where he's driving around. So what would he be doing if he were to be hired? Yes.
Phone representative, ma'am.
All right. Could you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Tyler Ashbaugh.
All right. If you're hired, what is your position? What are your duties?
I'm not too sure necessarily, but it's a phone representative. I'm guessing I'll be taking phone calls about probably price inquiries and such things.
All right. And so will you be working from home or working at the dealership?
At the dealership, hopefully.
All right. So then what I'll do is I'll allow him to go to the interview. And when is this interview?
He told me just to come in from any time from 9 to 7, Monday through Saturday, and ask for Ed.
And you said Monday through Saturday?
Monday through Saturday.
All right. So I'm going to allow him to go to the interview, and you will need to schedule a time with them. And that time needs to be, State, I know you're not in agreement, but what hours? Because I'm not going to allow him to set his hour at 7 p.m. So it's going to have to be in the morning time. And what hours?
9 to 11.
All right. So he can set his appointment anywhere from 9 to 11. And I'll allow you 30 minutes beforehand to arrive and then 30 minutes to return. Is that enough time?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Judge.
All right. And you will need to let GPS know. Are you going to be there at 9, 10, or 11. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And then once he is employed, my mom always says, once you have the interview, usually they're going to hire you. So we'll come back if he is employed. And then counsel, if you just come in, if he ends up receiving the job and his duties are as he's telling me, I'll allow it.
Okay.
So, and I'm sorry, 9 to 11 a.m., you're going to have to get that appointment either Monday through Thursday, not Friday and Saturday. If there's some issue where they can only do it on a Saturday or only do it on a Friday, you need to come back and let the court know that's the plan.
Yes, Judge.
All right. Is there anything else?
Just one other thing, Judge, because I know it's a possibility that he does the interview, they do the background check, they see that he's charged with this, and then they say no. If there are other opportunities for job interviews, but this is the one that's immediate, if he has any other possible interviews, do we need to come in again, or is he okay to schedule interviews but just tell his pretrial services officer? How would the court like us to do that?
Well, to make it easier on everybody so people won't have to come down, counsel, if you want to include an email, include Mr. Gerhan in that email, your client in that email, and include me, of course.
Of course, Judge.
And you will put down where he is seeking to have an interview. And in each of those emails, I'm going to need to know what his proposed duties are if he's hired, because there are just some things that I'm not going to allow him to do.
Of course, Judge. Understood.
All right. Is there anything else?
Not at this time, Judge.
All right. And does everyone approve of the court's plan as far as if there are different interviews that can be asked through email?
Yes, absolutely, Judge.
Not opposed, Your Honor.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
This courtroom hearing wasn't just about missing probation appointments, it was about trust, responsibility, and whether someone can truly change after making serious mistakes. Throughout the hearing, the defendant admitted where he had failed and tried to convince the court that his life was finally moving in the right direction. But in cases like this, promises alone are never enough. The judge had to balance accountability with the possibility of redemption instead of sending him directly to prison. The court gave him one final opportunity under strict conditions, making it clear that another mistake could cost him his freedom. This decision reminds us that second chances are earned through actions, not words. So what do you think? Did the judge make the right decision, or should she have chosen prison instead? Let us know in the comments and subscribe for more real courtroom stories and legal breakdowns.